means here, so we are declaring A is the type, comma, B also the type, B also the type, right? It need not to be necessary to be returning a value. It can be a void type also, right? It can be a void type also. That means this is a void type. So void type, it is a void type. So no return type here. Important, I want to handle A and B values, some operations on A and B values, right? Suppose it is like comparison, greater than or less than, like operations we need to compare here. That means here I am writing, so as it has to return A plus B, something like this. A string concatenation or a number concatenation, like that we have to define. So here I will make this as a return type, then I will give as type, and return I am writing here, so A and plus B, it should return A plus B. And you can see it is saying that I can't handle any operation on this. Suppose I am checking a comparison, A equal to B, it is not showing anything, so error. Why? Because currently you don't know the type of that particular data. If you don't know the type of that particular data, then obviously you cannot handle any operation on that. Obviously you cannot handle any operation on that. Then how, if I want to perform any operation, for that you have to use again functions. A generic type method cannot directly handle operation. That means, so you cannot handle any operators directly on generic type. You need functions to handle operations. You need functions to handle operations. That means, for example, so I want to find out whether A is equal to B or not, and return. That means it is a true or a false or something it has to return. I need to handle that operation, right? Then usually what we have to do is, actually I need to perform addition. If it is a string, it will concatenate. If it is a number, it will find out the sum. Then generally what we have to do is, we can't directly use an operation. First what we have to do is, we have to create a function. Sum is a function. This sum function is accepting A and B, and so, or let's keep x comma y, okay, and this sum function is returning a number, all right, and x and y are number type. So x is a number type and y is a number type, and it is returning a number, and here return A plus B. So x plus y, that's how it is defined. Suppose I don't want to fix to the number type, I will use an any type. That means this will be any type, this will be any type, and return type also will be any type, and it has to just return A plus x plus y. That is a function. Now here I can access that function, and I can pass the value of A and B into it. That's how we need to handle generic. That means directly you cannot handle any operation on generic types. So first you need to know the data type to handle a specific operation, to handle any specific operation, right? Directly you cannot handle that. So that's the reason we create functions which can handle the functionality. And those functions can be used for accepting the generic types and transforming into their values and returning the values. Directly you cannot handle that. In that case, now see here, I am printing console.log, console.log, and print value. I am accessing print value. So data type I need to define in the angle brace. I defined the type as a string. Then A and B are string type now. That means I defined as, suppose, some name, type, and comma, script, like this. We are passing two parameters. Similarly, suppose I am using the function again, console.log. So print value is a function. This time I am passing a number into this. This time I am passing a number into this. And there I am passing the value 10, 30. Then it has to print the sum of those two values. Right? Actually, I given sum, but here I am using just a concatenation. If it is a string type, obviously it will concatenate. And if it is a number type, it can handle. Then I'm creating an object for this. That means LED. So some obj is equal to new demo, and we are printing obj.print. It should print those details. So let's roughly run this and see. So generics, yeah. Let's run this and see generic type. So I'm using tsc generic.ts and node generic.js, and it is able to yeah, a function can handle different types of values. At the same time, it is strongly typed for that specific type of value. That's what actually technically the type is. The generic types is. And generic is not just only for functions or parameters or arguments that you pass. Actually, a class also can be generic type. A class can also be generic. A class can also accept generic types. For example, generic classes. A class can be generic. So what is generic class? So here, let's see what is a generic class. I'm creating here a class. I'm creating a class and a class name as demo, or some class name as product is a class. And this product class is a generic class. That means I will define a generic type here. So what is the intention of designating a class as a generic? The intention of designating a class as generic is nothing but it will allocate generic type memory. That means whenever you create an object for this class, it will allocate a generic type memory so that all the members in that class can handle that generic type. That means now the class is generic, then all its members can be of that particular type. That means, for example, I'm creating a method inside it, public. So the public, so print method, it is it is a generic type method.